What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite, and welcome back to the Tactic Tester with Atletico Madrid. Today we've got Real Valladolid in La Liga and Inter Milan in the Champions League. Things have gone pretty well since I last saw you. We did get our Champions League group draw, and we are in the group of death. We have Liverpool, Inter Milan, and Stade Rennais. No easy teams in there. A top 4 team in France, and probably the two best teams in England and Italy. I think Inter Milan is better in this game than Juventus, so yeah, that's tough. And we drew with Liverpool, but Inter beat Liverpool, so this is probably going to be tougher than the Liverpool match based on that run of form. But the first game I played since you last saw me was Eibar in La Liga. We beat them 2-1. It was more convincing than that. They didn't score until the 92nd minute. We didn't score until the 81st for our second goal, but still, we comfortably won that match. Rotated a little bit for the match, and we played all right. So, good win for us. Then we played Real Betis in the Liga. A 4-0 win with a hat trick from Moussa Dembele. He has been amazing so far. Like, Luis Suarez has been injured, so he's had to play quite a bit. Suarez is now back. But while he was out, we did not mess Suarez at all. Dembele was fantastic. He's currently leading our team in goals with 7 goals. So, João Felix also got the 4th goal. We then played Athletic Bilbao, a good result, 2 goals in 3 minutes. Thomas Lemar in the 48th minute, and then Felipe in the 51st. A good win. Athletic Club aren't a bad team. They played us pretty close, but we deserved the win, so that was a good result for us. Then Liverpool, it was actually a good result. I think the 2-2 is fine. Curtis Jones, of all people, scored a brace for them. They were 2-0 up at one point, but Thomas Lemar scored in the 67th minute. He's been great for us. He's overtaken as a starting trequartista spot. So he's been doing really well. I'm happy with him. He's overtaken Angel Correa, so it's been João Felix and Thomas Lemar as my starting trequartista pairing. But we got a 96th minute goal from Luis Suarez to tie it up. We did not really deserve the draw. They were the much better team, but we did what we needed to do. We found a goal in the 96th minute, just a ball that was just bouncing around in the penalty area. It fell to Luis Suarez, and he put it in the back of the net. I'm not too happy with that result. Obviously, it was away from home, so that's a good result away from home. But our performance just wasn't quite good enough. I'd want to see a better performance against Liverpool. If we're going to compete for a Champions League title, we need to do better against teams of Liverpool's quality. We then played Granada, smashed them 4-0. Angel Correa with the brace, Lodi with the goal, and Carrasco with a 91st minute goal. They had a man sent off after the 3rd minute, so it was really a breeze till the end. I don't know if the team really even tried that hard, and they still scored 4 goals. So, great result there. And then Stade Rennais in the Champions League, our second group stage game. We beat them 3-1. Suarez with a hat trick, including a penalty, but they scored in the 86th minute, so again, it wasn't as close as the scoreline would even make it look. We were 3-0 for most of that game. We comfortably beat them. It wasn't even close. So today we've got Valladolid, who are last in the league. So you'll get to see some of the backups, and then you'll get to see the starters versus Inter Milan. So this is a really good chance, I think, to show you the entire squad. Give you a look at the entire squad in these 2 games. I'm completely rotating for this Valladolid match. Valladolid, that's what it is. Valladolid, there we go. I'm completely rotating for this Valladolid match. And then we'll have all our starters up for Inter Milan. So the squad I'm going with for this first match is this here. Jan Oblak's going to keep his spot in goal. I don't really want to... There's no reason to switch out goalkeepers. Goalkeepers don't get injured. I don't care about Gerbich's match sharpness. He's probably never going to play. So Oblak starts. Trippier is just back from injury, so he really needs some match sharpness, so he's going to play. Savic and Abram, the new signing we had it in the first transfer window. We signed Abram for a cheap deal. He's going to start today. His first start of the season. Hermoso at left back. Torreira, Llorente, and Herrera at defensive midfield. Carrasco and Angel Correa at trequartista. And then Moussa Dembele up top. Moussa Dembele has been fantastic, but I still think Luis Suarez is a better player, so I still kind of have to start Luis Suarez. I could start them both and play Suarez as an attacking midfielder, which he's done once so far, but I think Lemar and João Felix are very good players, so I really want to start both of them. And I want to start Suarez, and I want to start Dembele. I can't start all 4, so Suarez, Lamar, and Felix are my starting front three. Jimenez is getting a break for this game. I don't think we'll need him, so this should be a comfortable victory, even with the backups in there. This is still a strong squad. We've got a pretty strong backup squad at this club, so I'm happy with the depth we have here. Happy with our starting lineup. We've done very well in the league. No losses to this point. No draws to this point in the league. So, really good start to the league season. Now we need to continue that against Real Valladolid. I'm going to say I fully expect you to keep our run going and win this match. That's motivated quite a few of them. And tell the rest that, as Moussa Dembele is nervous for some reason, that I have faith in them. Dembele is still nervous. Hopefully that doesn't affect his play. How important has the strong team spirit at Atletico de Madrid been to picking up form? It's been very important. The players are happy and enjoying their football, and they're comfortable expressing themselves on the pitch. You must then worry that any loss will have a calamitous effect on player confidence. I don't think one loss can destroy this team's confidence. They're a close-knit bunch. Hector Herrera takes the captain's armband today. What do you see in him as a leader? I know I can rely on him to set the tone and ensure everybody reaches the required standard out there. So this is going to be the Valladolid lineup. They're not done well the last 5 games. 3 losses and 2 draws. We've been 4 losses and 1 draw. 1 draw against Liverpool. So not a bad draw either. So pretty dang good form. We're top of the table with the game in hand. Barcelona are not doing well so far. They're down in 7th place. So that's not very good for them. Real Madrid aren't even doing that good since they're not in the top 2. That's kind of where they should be expected to be, even this early in the season. But it's a little bit disappointing from the big 2 teams in La Liga, but I'll take it. If it means our path to the championship is easier, that's fine by me. As we're going to have a first highlight of the first kickoff, and Herrera with a long shot. His first one gets blocked, but the second ball falls right back to Hector Herrera. And I think with his left foot, which I think is his weaker foot, I might be wrong, but I think he's right-footed. With his left foot, he powers it into the back of the net. And 20 seconds in, we are 1-0 up against Valladolid. I think that is his weaker foot. He initially goes with his right foot. It gets blocked. He has to go with his left foot. And he powers it into the top left corner. And the backup has scored a wonderful goal. And we are 1-0 up. We should be able to cruise to this victory. They're 20th in the league. I know it's early in the season, so it's hard to say if they're really the worst team in the league, but that's a 2-foot. That is a 2-footer by Kieran Trippier. What an idiot. What are you doing, Kieran? Well, that's going to make this a little bit harder. We are now down a man, and I don't know who I'm going to take off. Do I take off one of my defensive midfielders, or do I take off one of my trequartistas? I think since we already have a goal, I'm going to take off a trequartista. And I'd rather take off probably Carrasco. So he's going to move there. I'm going to have one trequartista and an advance forward. I'm going to bring on Issa Mandy. I'm going to move my wingbacks to support. They're both actually better on defend, but I'm going to keep them on support because I still don't want them to sit back the whole time. I want to put a little bit of pressure on their back line. So this is what we're going to have to go with. We're not going to be able to play attacking. We're going to be balanced. I'm going to start looking to control the possession. I'll keep standard passing, but at a much lower tempo. I'm okay with all that. I want to regroup. And I'm okay with all that. So that's pretty awful. That's Kieran Trippier's second game of the season, and he decides he wants to 2-foot the dude. And we are in a pretty poor position. I know we should still probably be winning this match because we're just a much better quality team than Valladolid. But being down a man is difficult in this game. And would I take a draw? Probably. I'd probably take a draw. But I still want to win. They don't have a shot yet. We're still going to be strong defensively because I haven't taken off any of our back line or defensive midfielders. So if we can just keep them from getting a shot, we can easily win this game 1-0. So let's shoot for that. It's going to be difficult for us now that we are a man down, so keep your performance levels up. I don't know why Hector Herrera is demotivated and Dembele. There's a lot more to... Actually, I'm going to just tell Dembele there's a lot more to come from him, and then I'm going to tell Herrera that I'm very happy. And I'm going to tell Trippier that getting sent off so early is unacceptable. I don't care if he's demotivated by it. That is a stupid dismissal. Obviously, if you're going to do it against any team, do it against bottom of the league. But how about you don't do it at all? That's the preference. Valladolid have finally had a shot, but this is the first highlight in the second half, I believe, and it might be us giving away a penalty. I think it's going to be us giving away a penalty. We are giving up. They have not done anything offensively. One shot, 0.09 XG, and they're going to get a point out of this game at the very least. That is very frustrating. We've been able to defend very well, but we give away a stupid penalty. I knew it was a penalty. It was an obvious penalty. And we're going to drop 2 points because of it, at a minimum, if not 3. Obviously, I don't expect them to be able to score another goal, but I don't expect us to be able to score a goal either. I might have to take off a midfielder for a trequartista now, because we need to score a goal. This is very frustrating that we had to give away a goal that easily. They've not done anything this game. Offensively, they've been absent. They might as well not have attackers. But we're going to hand them 2 points because of a stupid penalty after a stupid sending off. That is frustrating. That is very frustrating. As they're going to have another attack. Jota down this left-hand side. The man who got tackled for the penalty is going to get past whoever that is. That Torreira. Correa with a nice interception, though. We just don't have very many players going forward. Dembele's going to have to do this all by himself. He's got Correa kind of coming into the box, but he hits the side netting, and that is disappointing. Dembele's had a poor game. I got to bring off a midfielder for a trequartista. I'm going to take off Llorente, I think. I'm going to bring on João. Thomas Lamar's been better. I'm going to bring on Thomas Lamar. Switch him and Correa around. Put my wingbacks back on attack. I'm going to go positive, and I'm going to go full high tempo. No more keeping possession. We need to push the tempo and score a goal. Other subs I might want to make. I'm going to bring on Lodi for Hermoso. He's a little bit more attacking. And I might bring on João Felix for Angel Correa, actually. Got 2 subs left. Torreira and Herrera's played well. Mandy hasn't played that well, but I don't think Sanchez is a better option there. Obviously, we've got some pretty good players in the midfield, but they haven't played poorly. I don't really want to take them off. They're having a good game. I want to keep them out there. I am going to bring off Angel Correa for João Felix. Actually, no. I'm going to bring off Angel Correa for Luis Suarez. That's a better substitution right there. That is better. Suarez comes on, a little bit more attacking threat. Going to encourage the team if they don't score a goal here. Mandy puts a ball across, and Luis Abram, the debutant, as center back, scores a goal in his first game. Well, now we need to defend. So Suarez is going to go up top. Dembele's going to come off. We're going to go with one trequartista again. We're bringing on a halfback, and that's going to be Kondogbia. Wingbacks are now going on to defend. Kind of wish I had Mario Hermoso on the bench now, or on the starting lineup now instead of Lodi. He's a little bit better defensively, but I'm going to go back to holding possession. Obviously this has worked because they've not done anything since we switched to that. They just got a lucky penalty, but going to go with this. We should be able to see the game out like this. I think that's our last sub. Is that our last sub? Or this is our last stoppage, so this has to be our last sub if it's going to be, and it is. Made all 5 subs. Abram with the saving goal from a set piece. It took a set piece, but I'll take it. The ball in by Torreira. Gets headed across. Is that Herrera? No, it's Mandy who puts it across, and Abram's able to put it on the volley into the back of the net. A good finish by a center back. They're not really going for it. They're going with a 4-4-2. I'd go 4-2-4 if I were you, if you're going to go attacking. But I think they're going to be okay with the loss, I guess. With just it not being a big loss. They're thinking about goal difference, I guess. But somehow we're able to snatch the win, even though we're down a man for 80 minutes. I'll take it. I'll take it. It wasn't a great performance, but I'm gonna say good win, boys. Well done. I'm not gonna be harsh on them. They were down a man for the entire game, basically. Luis Abrams' dramatic late goal was something for you to savor. How do you rate that moment? That's what football is about. It was a joy to behold. Do you think Hector Herrera's early goal was important in determining the outcome of the match? An early goal is always a bonus, and it helped us on our way. We keep ourselves at the top of the table with 21 points from 21 available. Trippier's banned. I'm definitely finding him not appealing because that was definitely a red card challenge. Herrera with a wonderful goal. We win 7 straight. Now we have a much tougher test. Inter Milan in the Champions League group stage. I'll see you for that game. Fingers crossed we can get something. We are at home, so we have a chance. And it is time for the Inter Milan match. I've completely rotated the squad. The only player keeping his spot is Jan Oblak. I've decided to put Ice and Mandi at right back over Kieran Trippier just because he's match sharp and Trippier's not. I think he's been playing better too. He's 7.04. Well, it's the same as Trippier's, but he's been playing well, at least in more matches. So 7.04 is a good rating for Mandi over the past 5. So I'm going to give him the chance this game. And I want to be a little bit more defensive since we're facing a really good team. I want a little bit more defensive option there. So I just think Mandi makes the most sense. It hurts us a little bit at our center back depth. The only backup center back we have is Savic now, but Saul can play there if we need him to. Mandi can move into center back, and Trippier can come on if we need him to. So we've got options. But other than that, it's what I think is our strongest lineup. I would probably put Trippier in there for our strongest in general, but like I said, because of the reasons I said, he's going to go with Mandi. But this is our strongest lineup. João Felix and Thomas Lemar, Trequartista. Suarez up top. Saul Kondogbia, Koke. Lodi, Jimenez, Felipe, Mandi, Jan Oblak. So hopefully we can get something today. It's going to be difficult. Inter obviously beat Liverpool, who gave us a lot of trouble. But this is a home game. The home difference is very important. The home advantage is very strong in this game. So let's see if we can get a result. I'm going to say this is a great opportunity to show all the pundits they've been right to back you up. Tell the rest that I have faith. Jan Oblak, Felipe, Lodi, and Suarez. I have faith. Getting a little bit more responses from our team talks now, which is good. Both teams coming to this one in good form. How do you rate your chances ahead of kickoff? We're going to have to be at our very best to get something today. Inter are as good as they come and will certainly be able to cause us 1 or 2 problems. You can make a real statement about your intentions in this match and go on the attack from the first whistle. How will you approach this game? I'll take whatever gives us the biggest chance of winning. I'm actually going to change it to positive. I forgot to make that change before the match, but I'll change it to positive. If this is away from home, I'd definitely go balanced, but I want to try to get on the front foot. They've won 4 of their last 5. It's a very strong lineup, They've won 2 of their first 2, beat Liverpool and Stade Rennais. We drew with Liverpool and beat Stade Rennais, so if we want to give ourselves the best chance of finishing top of this group, we need to beat the Inter Milan here. In this group of death, I'll take second because a very good team is going to the Europa League in this group. Like, that's just going to happen. Liverpool, Inter, or us. One of them is going to the Europa League. I don't want it to be us. When I started this save, I wanted to... Oh, that hits the crossbar. When I started the save, I said I wanted to get to the final of the Champions League. That's still one of my goals. Obviously, if we get knocked down to the Europa League, it's the only goal, the only acceptable result is us winning it. But I want in the Champions League. I want to stay in the Champions League. I want to get to the final. I think this team is good enough. And so far from what I've seen, I think this tactic is good enough. So, hopefully we can do that. We're going to have a throw-in down here with Lodi. Gets cleared away by Bastoni, but only as far as Jimenez. I almost called him Raul Jimenez. It's not the right Jimenez. So with the ball, back to Jimenez. Kondogbia playing between our center backs, which is what I want to see for this build-up from the back. I've liked what I've seen from all the positions so far in terms of what I wanted them to do, basically just from the thought process of how I wanted to play this tactic. They've all kind of played where I wanted them to play and how I wanted them to play. I haven't changed a single thing since I made this tactic. I haven't felt the need to change anything. It's gone well. We've won every single league game. And we've only had 1 draw against Liverpool, who are like probably top 2 teams in this game. maybe number one. Liverpool in this game are ridiculously strong. So a draw with them is a good result, away from home especially. Didn't deserve it probably, but we still got the draw. That's what matters. This game has gone by pretty quickly. We are now at halftime, and nothing really has happened. Neither team has really had a good chance on goal. I'm going to say I'm not happy. I want to win from this match. We are at home. We need to take advantage of being at home because we're probably not going to beat them away from home. So, like I said before, if we have any chance of finishing top of this group, we're going to have to beat Inter Milan in this match. We've been the better team so far. 7 shots, 2 on target. They only have 2 shots all game. But we're not showing it on the scoreline, and we're still not showing it on the scoreline as that header goes over the bar. So far, according to their average ratings, they played better. Brozovic and Hakimi both over a 7. We only have 1, and now we don't have any over a 7 rating. Now we have 1. Lamar flirting with the 7.0. He's been one of our best players on the season so far. He's puts in a good game every single time, pretty much. I don't think I've seen him have a bad game yet. Saul with the ball out to Renan Lodi. Looks for a ball in, but it gets blocked by Hakimi, who's got a lot of pace, so we're going to have to be very wary of him. Saul with a dangerous tackle on a yellow card, but he wins the ball. Lamar, back to Saul. Might have to consider taking him off. He's played poorly, as that might be a sending off for Inter Milan, and it is. Inter Milan have had a man sent off. It's time for us to go attacking. I'm not going to put my trequartistas to striker just yet. I'm going to move my Segundo Volantes onto attack. I'm going to move my wingbacks to complete wingback on attack. And I'm going to stick with that for now. I'll give it... Actually, no, it's the 80th minute. They're going to striker. Lamar's coming off because he doesn't know how to play at the striker position. Dembele's coming on, and I'm going to switch him and Suarez. I might bring on Trippier because he's a little bit more attacking than Aissa Mandi. Mandi hasn't had a particularly great game, so I'm going to bring on Trippier. Any other subs I make? Felix has not played well. Neither has Suarez, but I'm going to keep with what I've got out there right now. Saul on a yellow card is a little bit dangerous, but I'm actually going to take him off. I'm going to bring on Llorente. I'm actually going to switch him and Kondogbia. Play Kondogbia as the Segundo Volante because he's better in front of goal. 12 finishing, 16 long shots. He has 11 finishing and 11 long shots. So I want Kondogbia going more farther forward. Let's make those changes. Got to go for this now. Attacking. They're down a man. This is our best chance of getting a win over Inter Milan right now. Going to encourage the team. Nothing has happened. It's time to go uber attacking. Kondogbia and Llorente are still going to switch. Very attacking. Really going for it. If we get caught on the counter, that will suck. But they're down a man. Surely they're not going to be able to counter on us effectively. Going to bring on Angel Correa for João Felix. João Felix has just not had a good game. And Lodi's more attacking than Hermoso, so I don't really want to bring on the Hermoso. Koke hasn't had the best game, but he's pretty good at Mazzala on attack. Kondogbia is so good in front of goal, I don't want to take him off. Those are the only changes I'm going to make. I'm going to go out there, see if we can win it in the next 5 to 10 minutes, however many extra time minutes we get. We've been the better team, but we've just not been able to get our shots on target, and it looks like we're not going to be able to find a winner. We will draw with Inter Milan at home. That is very, very disappointing. Our forwards were not good enough. Suarez with a terrible game. Dembele and Correa were not able to come in and do anything. Felix with a terrible game. Lamar's the only forward that played well, but I had to take him off because he can't play striker. He literally has no knowledge of the striker position. So I felt it was better to bring on someone who could actually play striker. That's just disappointing, though. They had a sending off. Obviously, it was late in the game, so it's hard to get a lot from that, but we pushed everything forward. We still probably should have been able to get a goal with them down a man with, 15 minutes? They had, 5 minutes of extra time? 15 minutes of time. We should be able to get a goal in that time. But look at how attacking we are, especially with this. Wasn't good enough, though, but it's not the worst result. At least we didn't lose, but that wasn't good enough, I'm afraid. There's no excuses for not winning that match. Absolutely none. Suarez was terrible. I'm going to issue him a warning. I'm going to issue João Felix a warning. The fans clearly felt you should have taken off Luis Suarez. You really think we should take off one of our best players? I don't care that he played poorly. He's still one of our best players. I haven't got the time to get into this. Picking the team is my responsibility. End of story. We are still second. Liverpool are... it's still good. Wait, did Liverpool lose to Stade Rennais? They drew with Stade Rennais. Wow, what a result for Stade Rennais. They were at home, but still, that really helps us in getting second place at least. I think first place might be out of our reach because Inter have beat Liverpool already, and they drew with us in our home match. I don't think we're going to be able to beat Inter away from home, so I think first place is out of our reach, but we still can finish second, and Liverpool's draw really helps that become a reality. So that's good for us in terms of continuing on in the Champions League, but just not enough from a performance perspective. Here I'm going to discipline Suarez, issue him a warning, a formal warning, staying with João Felix, discipline player for poor performance, issue a warning. See if they accept those real quick. They accept their warnings. They really should because they played like crap. That's always a good idea. If they have a terrible game like that, at the very minimum, give them a warning because sometimes you go like this. He said he will try to motivate himself for future matches. So you'll see a news item come across your board sometimes too, saying that it has been successful in encouraging them for future matches. So that's a really good way. If a player's continually playing poorly, give him warnings, give him fines, and sometimes it will boost his morale a little bit. I don't know if it boosts his morale exactly, but it makes him more motivated. So that's always a good thing to do. But don't want to overdo it because then they will get mad, and that's not good. But in terms of the next game when I'll see you, it's going to be Liverpool and Real Madrid. I didn't show the first Liverpool match because I saw this one coming up, and I figured that was just too good of a tie, too good of two results to turn down showing on camera. So play about half a month worth of football. Not a huge break, but I'll see you pretty soon. But if you've made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials are also in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.